All right, we're doing something different here. I cannot fix. Welcome to Good Dawning with Mr. Floyd. My name is Josh, and yeah, we're back to normal here. But we're not. We're using StreamYard. I cannot, for the life of me, and I can't even find a thread on it in YouTube or on the internet as to why I'm inverted. Everything I record is fine. Everything I do is fine. Every live on everything else is fine. So, welcome to StreamYard, Dan. And we'll do this a little differently. I'm going to try StreamYard occasionally. It's $45 a month. And right now, financially, I am source. But at this exact, standing here in this room, $45 a month, we got to take a shift first. So my voice is awful. What's new, right? All right, let's try something different then. Here, hang on. Hang on. More. Hang on, guys. We'll fix the voice is awful. I don't know anymore, guys. I'm doing what I can here, but let's go to default. Here. All right, default. Try that. All right, how's the voice? Shouldn't be so awful now. Better. There we go. See, we just no microphone for the moment. Yeah, we got to figure something out because I don't know why I'm upside down and backwards on the tube, but I am. It's inverting, and there's nothing I can seem to fix it. But it's not inverting if I make a video or if I do anything else. So, but nonetheless, I know it's if it's a cold ascension symptoms or allergy. Yeah. So favorite of Millie there. She's been not feeling well, and yeah, not feeling well. Just feeling the energies. Occasionally, I'm not always the most I'm spiritual, but I'm not always happy-go-lucky like you generally see. Sometimes waking up in an empty apartment at 52, 51 is not the funnest, and so there you go. So occasionally, especially during the holidays, the energies kind of hit me, and so yeah, it's been one of those mornings. I'm not gonna lie, I am a Cancer, and so that's what it is. But the good dawning, guys. All right, so let's see. It's perfect now. All right. So yeah, of course it's perfect. I'm using StreamYard, but if I go through YouTube, backwards, and there's nothing. I did 100 test streams yesterday, not 100, but like 40 test streams sitting at work. That you didn't see them because they were unlisted, but every single one, no matter what setting, was backwards and up, backward, and some of them were upside down. So I have no idea, guys. So yeah, so we're gonna use StreamYard when I can, but otherwise we'll be backwards and upside down. So yeah, good dawning, guys. Favor. So I don't know, but StreamYard's 45. I could fix StreamYard if we could find the money. I have the money, but bills, right? So when my financial, so nonetheless, I know I'm abundant. So $45 a month, I'll buy StreamYard, and then we can have no issues, right? But until then, this is what it is. So we'll be on StreamYard occasionally, where we'll be right side up. But otherwise, we're going to be backwards on YouTube. But hopefully, maybe after the Mercury retrograde, it just resets itself. But I spent hours at work yesterday, what have you, looking to see what was wrong. I couldn't find a single thread on it other than just one setting in the phone, which didn't do a thing. So who knows? All right, guys. So welcome. If you know how to fix this, let me know if you can make me backwards on YouTube there. Front camera or the back camera is fine, but the front camera does not want to work. All right, so let's get centered down. And good dawning. Welcome. If you guys were with us last night, we had Laura B on, and I'm grateful. Thank you, Laura. It was amazing as always. Bonnie, Chris, and of course, check out Chris for your daily guidance from Archangel Gabriel there, and see what Archangel Gabriel. It's hard to kind of center myself with because the camera's over here, so it's kind of weird to figure out how to center myself on the screen here. Unless wait, there we go. Shift. There we go. I got to shift myself, and then my head shifts. But there we go. Sitting off center. PG, good dawning. Welcome. Yeah, we're using StreamYard today, so you'll see the little duck in the corner there. Till I come on $45 a month, then we'll use StreamYard every day because I can't seem to figure out how to flip my YouTube. If you got any suggestions, send me an email at Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com, or I'll check you out we can Zoom up and you can tell me how to fix it. But I can't get up on backwards on Zoom no matter what. I did like 50, really I did like 25 test lives that were unlisted yesterday, and every single one was backwards. All right, guys. So first thing we want to do, of course, is some cord cutting. So we're gonna cord cut frustrations today. There we go. That's gonna. I know it's okay. So yeah, let's cord cut frustrations today. What's frustrating you? That's frustrating me, and I can't seem to figure it out. I'm a pretty techie guy, so goodness. But so let's go ahead and cut some cords. If you've got anything that's frustrating in your universe, the holiday seasons and not having one in your universe, or kind of hit me today, or exactly. Bear with me a moment. Blowing my nose on camera. Crazy, ain't it? We're all human, right? So anyways, yeah. So if you've got anything that's frustrating you in technology today, this Mercury retrograde has been absolute pure insane. I don't know about you, but I literally found myself yesterday actually stuttering over my words. And I've seen even Elizabeth April yesterday on her video. She was, I don't watch all of it, but I watched a couple minutes of it. She was even stuttering. Everybody seems to be like lost for words, and technology is just going here. So I'm gonna say we cut cords on frustration. So if you know how to cut cords, and if you've been with us, we cut cords on the daily. This is a show of energetics. So from your end, and what's frustrating you, all you do is bring it into your frame. I may have to close my patio. I think they're coming back to fix my. They haven't been working on my patio. They destroyed it, but then they haven't been fixing it since then. So they may be climbing up the ladder to fix it here in a moment. You'll see me get up then, if that's the case, to close the blinds, so we don't get seen. But you can stare right into my apartment. So nonetheless, yeah, they're doing work on the outside of the apartments, redoing my patio is not to code. You could actually step out on my patio and fall through. There was 2 slats that were worked all the way up, and so you could step down and end up on the 2nd floor from my 3rd floor apartment. So they're bringing it to code and repainting the building. But so yeah, and then January, keep in mind there's going to be a week where they're repiping the building, so we're going to be doing good donning from my car. Most likely, I have to be out of here by 8:30, or I could be here, but it'll be like ruckus and hot, mudding my walls and all. It's gonna stink, and so we'll be doing good donning from a car, most likely. But we'll see what happens here. Because I won't have any running water during the day. So, Nathan, what did you say? Hey, Josh, I believe we are soul family for the same reason. Hey, Josh, I believe we are soul family for some reason. Do you feel? Yes, we all know each other in some fashion, and it goes even deeper. There's something about ancient Egypt that I'm not aware of, but I'm aware of, and in an energetic standpoint. But absolutely, I totally believe that. Groups find themselves for a reason. I mean, I'm just me, right? Why would you want? I mean, honestly, part of the broken ego, the brokenness in me, and there's still. I mean, you're never totally healed, guys. And so there's still a part of me that's like, why are these people watching me? But no, we're all soul family, and I'm grateful. We are all soul family. Many of us, Egypt and Atlantis, what have you. I can't state what we were doing in the ethereal, mind you, before good dawning here, before we all existed. But yeah, somehow we do all seem to know each other. I mean, there's how many channels on YouTube? 1 million? And you find this. So yeah, that's for sure. And here you go. Rama and Sita want to say hello. And if you watch Jared, Jared made a short. He's at the largest Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna. He's at the largest Hare Krishna temple in the planet. So the largest Iskar. We have one here in Denver that's actually tied to the same Hare Krishna temple. You didn't photograph inside, but the same Krishna temple that Jared was standing in front of in Bangalore, India. So blessed, right? If you've never been to a Krishna temple, don't knock it. Anything, just dancing your way into source, try it. Don't knock it till you try it. And then you can go to a Dead concert and watch all the twirlers at the Dead and Company. Same deal, right? But yeah, dancing your way to and chanting your way to divinity. So yeah, check it out. It's incredible. He's on a motorcycle. It's a really good video. He knows how to make a good short. I'm not going to lie. All right, guys. So let's cut some cords from frustrations. And what is because Laura, B, and Josh are both. Oh, thank you, Nathan. Nathan, you're awesome too. We're all awesome. It's just realizing it. Sometimes it's easier than others. And during the holiday season, it's not always easiest on my end. because I've been alone so many years. So yeah, but no, Nathan, blessed. Thank you, Nathan. Laura, you are amazing. You know that, right? Laura was amazing last night. She's fire with those cards. And so if you need a one-on-one, like a tarot reading, and you want to try to figure out what's up in your universe, let spiritguide.com, tag Laura there. And her prices are insane. They're going up at the beginning of the year, she said. But right now, it's even if they're going up, they'd still be insane compared to most tarot readers on YouTube. Yeah. So check out Laura at letspiritguide.com for insane prices on an insanely good reading there. But let's cut some cords. What's frustrating you? I can tell you what's frustrating me. It's YouTube, but and other things. But nonetheless, so guys, take a deep breath with me, if you would, please. I'd be grateful. Breathe in, grace, good dawning, and breathe out. One more. We take. Let's try re-angling. That might. Then you see my kitchen. There you go. Pots and pans on the wall. There we go. Right. That's the kitchen right there. All right, guys. So if you see me get up, like to get water, it's always like right. I'm actually touching the water thing right now. It's right here. So yeah, but nonetheless, take a deep breath. We're not doing anything. You're not behind, Chris. We're about to cut cords from anything that's frustrating us. And I can tell you, we all know what's frustrating myself is YouTube and why I'm upside down or backwards. Some of them were actually upside down on top of everything else, which is really weird. So maybe it's a flaw in the phone. Beginning to think, which is quite possible that the camera has but the camera's fine here, so it doesn't make any sense. So take a deep breath, and let's cut some frustrating cords. And we're going to leave YouTube behind because we're using StreamYard right now. So, all right, so we're cutting cords. If you have anything frustrating in your universe, just imagine it, pull it, cut it, put it on a chalkboard, erase it, whatever it is that's frustrating you at this moment. I cannot state, but please, let's cut. There we go. Let's cut those cords. So cutting cords. YouTube, right? Backward front camera. And really, you can keep cutting cords to whatever you need to cut, but that's really the best thing you can do if you get frustrated. There you go. Shiba Inu is up 10%. So if you need a meme coin, Shiba Inu just went up 10% in the past 24 hours from Coinbase there. But nonetheless, if you do crypto, I do crypto. I did actually I put $20. This is funny. I put $20 into XRP, right? Ripple. Ripple's technically maybe the backbone. If we ever have any digital currency, Ripple will probably be the backbone of that. And so I put $10 in or $20 into Ripple, turned it into $90, and then I finally saw it level out, and so I took my money because I kind of needed it. But I turned $20 into 90, so and then the fees, but not too bad for 53 cents to 230. Was it 233 or 240 when I dumped it? Now it's like stable at 230, but nonetheless, if you do crypto, all right, let's do some cards here. We're gonna do the Divine Masters deck. It's Kyle Gray deck. If you ever pick up a Kyle Gray deck, it's light and energetic. If you ever pick up an Alana Fairchild deck, it's heavy. It feels like you're picking up a box of lead. It's a totally different energy. But I'm digging the Kyle Gray decks because they're very easy to use. I'm going to film ISIS after this. I'm going to film it for today and probably tomorrow. But it's a lot heavier. Just even picking a card like these feel lighter. So yeah, try it. Go to a bookstore or something. Okay, if they exist, or a metaphysical store. And if you have one near you, pick up a Kyle Gray deck and then pick up an Alana Fairchild deck, and you'll feel the difference. You can always go to Alana Fairchild. She's on YouTube as well. Believe it or not. All right, so let's cut these into 3 here and see what we've got. See, now I'm better. I cut the cords on it. It's like just nothing I can do. It's just frustrating that for some reason it wants to be backwards. Yeah, we can all read English upside down and back. All right, so 1, 2, and 3. This is the energetics that we're looking to attain, and then this is how we attain it. Just for today, we're not trying to read like your future, like if you're going to win a Ferrari or anything. It's just about energetics, as this whole show is. All right, so I don't know who this is. If you do, let me know in the chat there. Paul, and I won't lose the chat, right? I've lost the chat almost every single day this Mercury retrograde. So that's the other thing. We're using Streamlab or StreamYard, so I don't lose the chat in YouTube, because I've lost it pretty much every day, and I don't know why. But again, I couldn't find a single thread on Google on anybody who's lost their YouTube chat during a live. So it could be a first, but who knows? All right, so we have Paul the Venetian. Do we know who he is? Does anybody know who Paul the Venetian is? I mean, it's just like St. Paul. It's the gifted one. So what he's asking for is revelation, revealing hidden talents. So it's asking you to step into something that's hidden within yourself today. What talent is hidden within yourself, from Paul the Venetian? I don't know who he is. If you do, let me know. I don't know any Kyle Gray deck. I would recommend one, Laura. They're like $15 right now on Amazon, but there's a lightness about it. They feel fun to use. Every time I pick up the Isis Oracle, I love Alana Fairchild. I love Isis, of course. I channel it. The deck feels like a load of bricks compared to this. This feels very heart. That feels very root chakra. There we go. Hey, all right. There's a few in the chat are going to flip out. This has been all over the place in my universe, and I know a few others. Are you ready for Green Terra? All right, go ahead, throw it in the chat, flip it out there. I know at least one of you is going to be like, oh, really? Are you kidding me? Yes, so Green Terra is back yet again to bring us the healing light and the wellness unfolding. Know that the healing is a journey. So it's asking you to heal, but and reveal something that's hidden in the healing. Reading upside down. So hopefully these are coming right side up when you see them, but I hope so. I have no idea. If these look right, let me know. I imagine they will, because nothing's inverted on my end. Let's see here. I can tell you if the who standing is reading right. All right, the wall cool. So the wall cool. I have no idea who this is either. If you know who these people are, let us know. Looks okay. Thanks, guys. Yeah, just trying to figure out how to get this to work so it's not backwards every day. Enlightenment action, make choices from the heart. So the Joie Cole, I don't know who this is I'll look him up after this show, is asking you to make choices from the heart. So we've got Paul the Venetian asking us to reveal something hidden. And it's our opportunity to shine. So it's asking us to shine with something hidden. We have Green Tara, who's been all over the place lately, who's asking us for healing, bringing in the healing light. So in order to find what you're looking for that's revealed, you need some healing. Enlightened action. So it's asking, the wall is asking us to make, Dijwal is asking us to make choices from the heart. Did I get a book with the deck? Yes, I did. Let's look up Dijwal. Cool. That's a good one. He should be in alphabetical order here. Thank you. See here. There we go. All right. Dijwal. Let's read this real quick. I have no idea who this is. Dijwal, cool. Divine mission, enlightened action, make choices from the heart. Pronounced the Wa Cool. Also known as the Tibetan, is a Tibetan Buddhist master who is said to have many incarnations, including as one of the original devotees of Buddha. So there we go. As one of the three wise men who honored the birth of Jesus with with the frankincense and gold and mirth. All right, so one of your three wise men reincarnated to work with Buddha. That's pretty amazing. Hit the do not disturb there. All right, so its purpose is to guide humanity to a more enlightened and compassionate existence. He is one of the lamas residing in the etheric retreat of Shambhala, road to Shambhala, right? A city of light hidden in the Himalayas. Many of these lamas are spiritual guides of light workers on earth. So there we go. And of course, it's saying to be spiritually guided, to know your current situation is an opportunity to involve as a spiritual being, having a human experience. Think beyond your current needs and try to see the bigger picture. Be compassionate in your choices and actions, and open to seeing other person's point of view. Let go of any selfish desires or needs that may not serve you in the long run, for this will help you make more enlightened steps forward. There's a divine mission in your current circumstances, and your spiritual guides are around you at this time and encouraging you to see how far you've come. See that for yourself and understand how you've evolved. So Are you seeing that for yourself? How far you've evolved? Thank you. I never thought to bring up the book there. Thank you. And Vijaragani. I didn't know who she is. Vijraya Gandhi. So we have Vijraya Gandhi as well. Lots of there you go. Facing fear, leading to fearlessness. So a lot of facing our fears, embracing our higher self, knowing that wellness is an unfolding journey. Green Tara. Green Tara's been out a lot, so maybe you guys want to start working with Green Tara. I don't know. Maybe we'll investigate a little more into Green Tara, but she's come through a couple times. And then Paul the Venetian, revealing hidden talents and opportunities. So what are you revealing, guys, that you need to find some wellness in to reveal, to face some fears to reveal with Vijira Gandhi, and to step into your enlightened action with one of the three wise men there. Cool. I had no idea. The wall, it's pronounced the wall, the J silent. The wall, cool. There you go. All right, guys. So that definitely a different reading for sure. But all right. And today's mantra, I did not write it down, but it's coming to me right now, right? Because it's all about I will not allow myself to be frustrated on things I cannot control. So it's today's mantra is I will not, Henny, good dawning. I will not allow myself to be frustrated with things that are out of my control. Welcome to Mercury retrograde, right? So from your end, don't let yourself get frustrated with things you cannot control. If you get frustrated, then cut the cord. So you do have tools. We're asking you then to cut that cord if you find yourself in frustration. So 2025 is coming up, and we've been doing work to ground ourselves into the next month, right? So you should have at least 3, if not 4, stupid simple goals that we've been working on since last week. Hopefully you wrote them down. Mine is to drink more water, to ground more, to get better sleep, and another one is to take more walks. Those are just the simplest things you can do. Drinking more water, grounding, taking a walk. I can do both at the same time, ground and walk if I need to, and combine the two, right? And so what do you have, and getting to bed, getting more sleep. So what do you have in your universe that you wrote down? Today we're going to write down exactly. You can always cut that cord. It's when I get frustrated, or just use StreamYard occasionally. We're not going to have. We get 20 hours of free streaming a month on StreamYard, so we're not going to have 20 hours. Nonetheless, yes. From your end there, when if you get frustrated, there, just let it go. All right, guys. 2025. Let's write down a moderate goal for 2025. We did some simple goals, drinking more water. So what's an easy but moderate goal that you might have for 2025? Be it, be a better person, something that you can stretch out throughout the year, show more compassion or love, whatever it is for you. You may want to write this down, but that's our grounding for 2025. So if you want to take a deep breath with me, we're going to see 2025 and release, and one more breath. And release, and we're going to see ourselves in 2025. So envision yourself with a goal. What are you looking to achieve? What's something in your current universe that would be a boon to you if you were able to achieve that? It's like I'm sideways. But, so what would you be able to achieve if you had, in 2025, you had a simple goal here? Something moderate for myself. It's just going to be more loving for the moment. So I'm going to write that down on the back page here. Goals, right? Drink more water, sleep more. Here we go. There's my goal. Eat better, sleep more, drink more water, and of course, be more loving. Come from love. So what can you do to write down? It's just a moderate, something simple. We're goal setting for 2025. So then we're going to visualize us actually completing those goals in 2025 or accomplishing them. Sorry, y'all. I'm not exempt from the Mercury. Who's exempt? Can I be exempt from the Mercury retrograde? Who's exempt? I don't know about you, but the communication in this retrograde has been holy heck. I even found myself stuttering on live on YouTube last night with Laura. It's just been heavy every which way but loose. There are no levels of difficulty and miracles, so go crazy in your desires. Absolutely. What we're looking at, I don't disagree with that, Henny. What we're not going crazy though. We're doing moderate goals. Right now we're going to set some desires for 2024 or 2025 as well. But yeah, the moderate goal setting right now, some stuff that we can do that's easy. But yeah, oh no, we're going to set some crazy miracles for ourselves in 2025 too. We're not even halfway done getting set for 2025. We do have another couple of weeks, gratefully, and yeah, and as well, just a quick reminder there: if you ordered anything from Chloe's Crystals, make sure that you have emailed her. If you've gotten your crystals, we saw last night on Laura there, her tower, her sodalite tower, which was stunning and that big, amazing and huge. So if you want to see what Chloe sent to Laura B, then you can rewatch the replay last night as well on What's Up with Laura B, and she will be live on Monday at 3:00 Tuesday night. We'll have Viviani on. She wasn't live with the ladies yesterday either, so we'll have Viviani on Tuesday on Akashic Adventures Tuesday night at 7:00, and then Laura will be Monday at 3, and then she'll be on Tuesday the rest of the month, but next 3 weeks. But yeah, so goals for 2025: be more loving. There you go. Eat better. Billionaire sleep. All right, I like that. And better drink. More water and transform. There you go. I'm fixated on my right. Favor. Back into its socket since August of 2010. All right, so let's take a moment then. We're going to do our healing right then and there because that's a really perfect time on Sandra's comment there to, and with Millie not feeling well as well, to do some healing and probably heal the frustrations and what's not in my universe too. All right, guys. So again, we're going to do some quick healing here. So take a deep breath with us, if you would, please. And release. We have the rose quartz. So we're going to do some rose quartz work as well. I can't wait to get that crystal, the quartz pillar in. That's going to be fun. We're going to have some fun with that. I've also got an amethyst pillar coming in as well from Chloe. So we're going to use the amethyst and quartz as well during the donning. But since I know that's what I was thinking. Since 2010, favor, hopefully it's been on and off, and not just like literally. Pardon me, guys. Dealing with it. Didn't have the best morning. I had a little bit of a cry this morning. It happens. Shifting energies and whatnot, and then I'm also shifting some internal stuff as well. So December's not always been my best month. A lot of people, if you don't have anybody in your universe for the holidays, or if you know you're Christmas, you might be at home alone. New Year's, you have nothing. Then it's always December. The holidays are always that. And we always put expectation. Maybe Saint Germain will come through and talk about this. Expectations that the universe puts on others and whatnot. That you sometimes you just can't live up to those. You're in a different universe. But yeah. So let's do some healing here. And Sandra, they only X-rayed me up to my what? Favor. Thank you, Lindsay. No, we're all where we're supposed to be, and healing. The healing takes it's a lifetime, but I appreciate it. But yeah, exactly. Just kind of feeling it. The retrograde isn't making it any, but yeah, and then the Mars retrograding as well. So you think I'm emotional now, and then I already know what's getting set up for here with the Mars retrograde. We'll get into that here in a second. But, all right, guys. So let's hold Sandra in your biggest heart there. That she's got her. Hip is relocated there. We'll hold Millie in her biggest loving heart as well, that she's feeling better. And anybody else, Henny as well, to her. And of course, Suzette and her Sunnyverse, her nephew there, favor to her family. And the Rooted Willow, who we have not seen since September as well. I texted her a few times, but not much. So say favor to Rooted Willow also, that she finds, the peace. And anybody out there who needs healing and peace and love, let's hold them up. So what we want to do is close our eyes if you can. If you're driving or whatnot, please do not close your eyes. Energetics there would not be fun. But I thought I would be alone this year. Everything changed. But niece has invited me up to Loveland. And what's crazy is I know I was in Loveland. Actually, that's funny. I was at Esch's. I'll flip Karen out. I went to Esch's Market the other day in Loveland. So there we go. She probably knows where that is. Esch's Grocery Market. It's a discount market that's not so discount anymore. Actually, as a matter of fact, it's a discount market with prices higher in some cases than the regular grocery store. I used to buy laundry detergent there for $9. Now it's $17. And that's like $8 more than $7 more than the gross. Yeah, see? Of course you've been there. Okay. Yeah, so they sell all these Boulder clean supplies there at Esch's Market. It's just, and they used to be really cheap. So I get like Boulder clean, like dish laundry soap for like $8-9. And now it's 17, what's that? $17. So it's $6 more than the retail at like any of the grocery stores here. So, yeah, great. Welcome to everything seems to be inverted. Even Esch's there, which used to be they would buy like overstock from groceries and stuff, but you can still get good stuff. Like I get dark chocolate candy bars for $1, $2, and they're not expired. So there are some deals there. You can get cheese for a good price if you eat dairy. But yeah, otherwise, used to be super cheap. Yeah, it's not anymore, Karen. It's absolutely actually insanely priced. I did get 2-pack of fluoride-free toothpaste for $6 or $3 each. That's a good deal. But yeah, the cleaning supplies, like all that Boulder supply stuff they have over in the back corner on the left, is and like at the front of the store is like ridiculous. It's more, it costs more and it's expensive, but the price tag's more than what you would pay at King Soopers for Kroger for the same item. It's actually more now. So that's really weird. They've actually gone higher than King Super at a lot of their prices. So if you go to Esch's for any reason there, be prepared to not buy as much, right? I used to walk out with like 4 bags of groceries for $100. The other day I walked out with 2 bags for like 50 and I just couldn't find anything because it's just cheaper to go to the grocery store or Wally World. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and do some healing work here. So close your eyes if you would, and we'll take one more breath just for centering. And let's hold, we're going to put everybody into a higher light. So we're going to take everybody who is watching Good Dawning right now. I'll use you guys first. So imagine everybody in Good Dawning. Let's put the word Good Dawning in the whole audience chat. Everybody who's here right now, we're holding you up in the highest light. So let's go ahead and you do that however you choose. Remember, this is energetics. And a lot of energetics you're going to have to you do on your own, right? So if you see somebody who's handicapped, of course, generally you would want to hold them in your higher light. So you love favor and you send them up higher light, right? Same thing here. If you see somebody in the street that's struggling and has whatever, you send them love. And that's what we're going to do here. Send each other the same kind of love to each other as one big family that we are. Good Dawning. Who are we Good Dawning here? Who came in? Anybody come in? Oh, Upal Merlin. Good Dawning. Welcome. Welcome. I have not seen you here before. Welcome and grateful. What we're doing right now is some energetic healing. So we're holding everybody who's watching Good Dawning and who would be watching Good Dawning. We're averaging, gratefully, about 100 views a show. Actually, yesterday's Good Dawning almost got 180 views. Thank you. For a little guy who doesn't, there's like multiple algorithms on YouTube, and so we're on the little algorithm. There's the algorithm for channels with like 50,000 and then our algorithm. So grateful to get pushed into any algorithm that's going to give us 180 views is pretty amazing on YouTube, because otherwise generally you're not, if you're a small channel under 1,000, you're not even really circulated in any algorithm per se. It's kind of a miracle that somebody finds you. To be honest, there's no real algorithm. You don't get pushed and you're not advertised, or it's all kind of word of luck to an extent, to a greater or lesser extent. So let's go ahead and see everybody in the chat in the highest light. So close your eyes. Let's lift everybody up. See Good Dawning with Mr. Floyd in the highest light. And imagine everybody in the chat. We're all sitting together. And imagine a big group hug, right? We're going to do a big group hug today. So close your eyes and imagine, reach out, and everybody in the chat, group hug, lean forward, and we're hugging, and we're healing, and we're sending love to each other. Lean forward, bigger group hug, tighten it up, and breathe in, and release the group hug. We're not done though. Now we're going to take that same group hug, and we're going to wrap it around the earth, right? I know it's, at least theoretically, right? So hold the energy of the earth within. We're going to grab each other again, and another group hug, but this time we're hugging for the earth, right? So instead of just healing each other, we're going to send that hugging energy, because we're going to become one bigger energy, right? When we go group hug, it's not only you or me as an individual energy, it's all of us now together as a combined energy. And that's how you really make changes in this planet. And that's if humanity ever really figured out the power that we have, then they wouldn't be able to do much of anything. Just like what happened in 20 perfect vision year, right? The year of perfect vision, 2020. All we had to do was walk out the front door. 50%, 51% of the planet walked out the front door. Then all of it would have been dead, because you can't keep people. We're all walking outside. What are you going to do? So, but we don't see ourselves that way. We see ourselves like the elephant with the string attached, and we feel ourselves as trapped, but we're not. We just have to band together energetically. So let's make a bigger hug here, if you would. And we're going to make a group hug again, and we're going to hug for the planet. So we're sending that energy out, and we're seeing the planet in peace. We're seeing the middle of the east middle of our planet at peace, where there's lots of desert and other things, and yes, headdresses. And we're going to see everyone at peace, hugging and loving each other, right? We'll have the Rael and Iria. They're going to hug each other as well. And of course, we're going to go over to Asia and see Usha and exactly. We're not going to name countries here, but nonetheless, we're going to see everybody hugging each other and loving each other. Wherever there is strife in this world, we're going to see hugging instead, right? Everybody puts down their bang bangs and instead, big group hug, right? So let's see that throughout the world, right? The big world group hug. All right, Lindsay, I spent a few years during Christmas and birthday. It was so hard. I finally forgot what they had done. I could have family back. Yeah. For me, we never really had any Christmas and anything in my universe. Any of my parents, karmic parents, I never really had any Christmases or new, like Hanukkahs. Born Jewish, so there you go. Member of the Hennian, right? So born Jewish, but we never really did any Hanukkah or any of that. I think Hanukkah is the first night of Hanukkah is actually Christmas night, which is really late, but blame it on the lunar calendar. That means next year it's going to be like almost in November, but. If the lunar calendar is really late, it'll be really early next year. But so yeah, those of you, Mary wins. Favor. All right, healing. Speaking of healing, let's hold Mary wins up to the highest loving light. Let's all group hug. All right, everybody pile in. We're going to group hug Mary. She's been favor, love, and health. So everybody in the chat, everybody who's watching in replay, group hug on Mary. Let's go. Group hug. We're sending her love and healing. Group hug Mary. Come on, let's go, guys. We love you, Mary. Big healing love. There we go. All right, guys. A group hug on Mary. Yes, exactly. The universe needs more hugs. Honestly, a lot of us in the universe are. My love language is touch, but who's touching me? The wall. Yeah, more hugs. Even virtual hugs helps, guys. When you have, especially if your love language here, it's touch. And generally, your love language, if you're not sure, look that up. Is generally what you did not receive as a child or as a growing up, your love language. So if you did not receive praise, it could be that. If you did not receive validation, verbal validation, it could be that. For me, I didn't have any hugs. Pretty much, I was when my mom, when I was born, my mom didn't hold me per se. She put me on the floor and walked away. So I was pretty much never held. That becomes your love language then when you're not held as a child at all, when you have no touch as a child, pretty much. Then you turn around and crave that as an adult. That becomes your love language. So if your parents maybe never talked to you, then that could become your love language of just having a good, loving conversation, right? Yes, my mom, Jewish dad, was a Roman Catholic priest. Oh, wow. Before he met my mom, I celebrate. There you go. I love that, Henny. Roman Catholic. So I can relate to an extent. My dad's second wife was Roman Catholic. So here I am on Saturdays, right? On Sundays, going to Hebrew school, and then also having to meeting her, going to church with her as well. So so I grew up kind of religiously confused, to say the least. I didn't really practice any of it. I just felt like this is where I'm being dragged to, essentially. But nonetheless, so I had Catholicism in my universe. So we'd have the Christmas tree, but I didn't celebrate any of it. And that's kind of out. It was weird because they were step families, so I wasn't totally part of it. It was weird. Part of the celebration, I was like connected to the side. But But yeah, favor. Yeah, that's cool, Henny. That we have that in common. I mean, he's not a priest, mind you, but I spent more time in a Roman Catholic church, and I probably did in a synagogue, to be honest with you. I remember we went on vacation to Florida once, and Chevy Citation. There's 6 of us crammed into a Chevy Citation, right? And we're driving to Florida, and crammed in the car. And they go to church, so we found a church in like South Carolina or something. We had to stop at, and different. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of different Roman Catholic churches in my universe, more than synagogues, but yeah. Really blessed because I was able to heal those relationships. Blessed. Gosh, Josh, you hear that? I was left alone in my crib all day. I remember. Favor, Lindsay. So yeah, you. There's a lot of us there's a lot of us out there who have the best childhoods, and yeah, and a lot of us who, because of being not held in, pretty much my mom, from once I was born, and I know a lot of it was just postpartum depression, but pretty much I was born and she dropped me on the floor with my dad, who had no human life skills other than how to watch Star Trek, right? Get to figure the age of 73. So I was born in 70. So how to watch Star Trek or whatever, Barnaby Jones or whatever. So how to watch TV is with my dad's big thing. So a lot of me crawling on the floor with him watching TV. I remember green shag carpet, a lot of it, but that's all I really, sitting on the floor, green shag carpet, and him sitting on the couch, and my mother not being there because she would go out, but yeah. Every night. So with favor, guys. So yeah, let's work with some. I had good friends at an early age. Family was dark. Yeah, no, grateful. I had a good group of friends in high school. Otherwise, I would have lost my mind. Left to cry it out and didn't get my needs met. I was told by a chiropractor that I was in immense physical pain as well as emotional pain, as the baby had allergies as well, and a huge need for Lindsay. I can highly relate. Fortunately, the allergy I had was a milk allergy, so it was easy to see it because I would projectile vomit anytime I had milk. But fortunately, that was easy. But yeah, you're kind of the same deal there. My dad cared. They cared, but they just didn't know what to do. Yep. Favor. But yeah, and so it carries till now. My mother, after it's been 7 years, so I met my last ex-girlfriend up here or in Colorado, and I told my mom I was going to be moving in with her, and she got all karmic, but she's narcissistic abuser, so she felt jealous, right? And so she's like, oh, this person will never blah blah blah, and you're a loser. So I hung up, and she never called back or anything. So that was 7 years ago. And then my dad, he's never really understood. He's still stuck in the guilt of his mother's death. So if you get him into a conversation, he'll start crying about that he wasn't at the hospital when she died, and that's kind of where he stopped. If that makes any sense. He never grew past that, and he's always been stuck at that. If that makes sense. So yeah, no, you're welcome, guys. I don't share enough of myself. I know that, and I'm not trying to be like this in a superficial show or anything about just all happy in Saint Germain. I mean, you want honesty here. I trying to figure out financially right now what to do. I got good dining here, right? But $25 a month for StreamYard, right? And it works great because I'm not backwards. But right now, financially, it's like I'm part-time at this crystal shop and looking for full-time work and seeing what I can find here. As well. So, and of course, I do the one-on-one sessions as well, but we haven't done one of those in a couple of months. So, yeah, guys. So just letting you know where it's at. So I'm looking for full-time work at the moment, but I'm not going to let anything, as best as I can, interfere with good dawning. I took that interview the other day. Didn't fit right. It was plumbing shop owned by I'm ex-military myself, but there's different versions of ex-military. And I'll state this for Karen Suki. She might understand birthed energy. Karen would understand. Imagine it was like birthed Colorado energy, or there you go. And you might understand that. So Karen, but nonetheless, yeah, it wasn't a best fit, but I don't think they're going to call me anyways. But nonetheless, I'm really sitting at a desk in the middle of this concrete warehouse, I guess, answering the phones for them for 12 hours, I think 12-hour shift. Yeah, 7 to 7, basically Monday through Thursday, which would be fine financially, but it would kill any YouTube. So yeah, so we're looking for something here. I don't know what. There is a project I am working on. I'm not going to give much. Otherwise, behind the scenes, that once it's done, I'll let you guys know. And of course, as well, I had stated that I was going to do some live channeling as well, some more additional channeling. So I will be doing that. It's just I'm slow. I'm a slow go at anything I do. Good Dawning played in my head for, you guys don't know this, but for probably a good month before I went, all right, let's go ahead and do this. And before I really woke up and went, boom, Good Dawning. But the idea bounced around in my head. And if you know anything, I had a YouTube channel before this called the Universal Army of Love, which I need to try to recover. It's probably destroyed. I mean, like, YouTube probably deleted it. But if you put up a channel in one video and then don't do anything, they'll delete it after a year. So generally. So I had one video, and then I sat for a year before I made the next video on this channel right here. So things are changing slowly here, but yeah. So once I get the financially favor, and I am in favor in my own universe. I've got a lot of karmic issues with money. I've had from my dad from age 2, basically. Everything saying too expensive, and my mother. God bless my mother somehow. And I never realized this when I was in high school. We lived on a razor. I mean, and we $50 in her checking account at the end of the month if we were lucky, maybe. Razor edge, and I never really realized it. So God bless it. She never, at least as karmic as she was, she never threw that in my face. But I took care of my own expenses working at a hardware store. But so I bought my own clothes and did my own laundry and paid for a lot of my own food and stuff when I was in high school. But I didn't even. My mother just didn't go grocery shopping that much, but she never could afford to, so I didn't even realize that. Not for many years did I know that. But so yeah, guys. So we're working on clearing those issues. That's my biggest, honestly, my biggest chunk of dealing with the breaking the financial karmic, and the box that I put myself in through my dark night and whatnot. Where I'm in Colorado, but I don't know anybody, and that's my fault partly. Partly still fixing programming, working through programming from age 0 to 7, where I was left alone by my parents, and here comes the ladder guy, and dealing, which is great because right now my patio is just all peeled back. It looks as it's all worked, right? So all the boards are peeled back, and then he's put this giant plywood across, so I can't like walk into the broken spots. But yeah, technically, at least it wasn't going to fall down, but I could have fallen through it. But so yeah, that's where we're at. That's where I'm at, is just working financially through some financial karma crap that I know I need to deal with. And so I'm still in healing, guys. I'm not the healed guy. You're never healed. Healing, it's like peeling an onion, right? We're all like peeling an onion. This is where my layer's at right now. It's all right, realizing I'm source and dealing with the ups and downs of the holiday season. Way more up than last year. Every season, it's like every day's better than it was before. Because last year at this time, I was devastated and it was terrible. I mean, I can smile. It's just what it is, and I'm okay. I have my moments, but I realize I'm source, and then I climb back up. That's the thing, guys. A lot of us are going to slip. We're going to have our moments. We're going to have space where we're not in our frame, what have you. The big question is going to pop up this ladder here in a minute and say hi, and I'm going to close my patio door. So I'm going to jump up here in a moment, but I'll give him a minute. Like to see it. I'll wave to him first, and then we'll close the blind. Make sure the door's locked too, the patio door. Exactly. But nonetheless, yeah, because if we leave, we got somebody standing on the patio. But so that's where I'm at. It's just kind of dealing with those things at the month. It's not even dealing. It's releasing them to the universe and allowing for more. A lot of our healing is not the easiest because we've been programmed this way. A lot of us here, we're all about and Nathan's a little bit young, but generally we're all kind of older and whatnot. And we've been carrying some of this stuff for 10, 20, 30 years and working on healing that and realizing, wait a minute, waking up to that and realizing, yeah, I'm financially at this exact moment, I'm not broke, but I'm not $600, $700 in the bank. There you go. I'm not going to lie. But all of that was my doing, right? I created all of that through, so it's like, now what do we do to change that? And so that's where you reach into yourself, doing meditation and whatnot, working to change that. And that's where the dark night of the soul comes in, working on clearing all those heavy energies of unworthiness and whatnot that your parents have jammed into you so that you can find that you're worthy. And that's, if I didn't think I wasn't worthy, I wouldn't be sitting here. But yeah, now I'm working on worthiness to bring in more abundance. And it's not easy battling those things that, because when you've been spent, 30 years going, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. Everybody tells you you're not worthy. Because you carry Charlie Brown energy, you pick up karmic friends who laugh at you because you feel you're not worthy and start to get into your unworthiness. All of that plays, right? And so you have to break all that. And then so it takes time, guys. But yeah, so wherever you're at, be grateful. It's not where you were, and it's always changing. And yeah, so keep that. Let's bring in Saint Germain here, but yeah, a little more me. You'll get a lot more of me here. Try not to be as superficial. The show's kind of been, but I'm grateful because that's, but let's be real. Sometimes we got to be a little more real. All right, Saint Germain here. We are grateful for all of you being here. We are Archangel Raphael, very little of him left, and Saint Germain here, channeling through Josh for you today. We are grateful. Josh has been wanting to and needing to be more honest with all of you. You are watching a program here, but he is not always the happiest or the most wee. And so we be more honest and be more human, right? We are not trying to sit here and be like the universe is always perfect. It is not. And it is perfect the way you can see it, but sometimes you have to accept what is and see it for what it is and realize, okay, how do you step into your frame and make that change, right? That is the biggest thing. In your living universe, where in your universe do you need to step into your frame there and say, okay, I've had enough of whatever is going on, right, from your end. I've had enough of either not having friends or maybe whatever, having dead Christmases or not having enough money, whatever it is in your universe. Can you see that first? Love yourself and realize that the reason that that's there is the programming, right? You are programmed by your family, most of your family being karmic, heavier, right, or your friends. Or even just in general, you may have been left alone to program yourself in a lot of cases. You don't even have any parental programming. You are left totally to program yourself to an extent, right? And so from your end, can you realize that if you are in lack, in this emptiness over the holidays, you are not, don't have anywhere to go, what have you. It is not you. You are an amazing soul. It is the programming, the universe, and how you have been living it and the way you are shown who you are and how to live. That is what is creating that. You are a perfect individual and you are source love and you are the greatest love you are looking for, but you have to realize that a lot of, like we said, you are programmed by your parents to maybe hate yourself or to distrust yourself or to feel lower in your energies, right? How many of you are programmed by your parents that you are this or that or a loser? Josh's mother. Every day, you are a loser. You are worthless. You are a piece of junk. Nobody's going to talk to you. Nobody. Well, here we are, right? So it's a matter of we are talking to you right now. So Saint Germain is right here. Part of his healing is doing this channeling. So from your end, can you heal from the garbage, the energetics that others fed you, their karmic crap? We're going to state it as it is, right? Josh's mother was not angry at Josh. She was angry at herself. She did not even realize until many, many, many years. So Josh was in his 40s that she was abused by her parents, right? She did not even realize it. It was gone. But she was reacting and living as if she had been. She had no way to differentiate that. She was living in the trauma of being abused, but her mind had blocked the memory thereof. So you can be living with that trauma, so to speak, being karmic, being narcissistic, being rude and abusive verbally and whatnot, because you had been abused, but you do not know why you are acting that way. That is who you become, but the abuse is blocked. Until the abuse came, she didn't correlate the two. She had no way to correlate why she was acting so karmic, right, or so mean. Once she figured out and it came, the memories broke through. Generally, they are blocked, right? But they broke through, and she started to see and feel the memories of her mother, her sister, and her father abusing her all at the same time, beating on her and whatnot. And so she was at least then able to correlate why she was so negative and karmic to Josh, right? But she could not apologize for it or anything, but she could at least see it. And for a moment, Josh could see it in her eyes. Nonetheless, in your universe, then, do realize that you might be dealing with somebody who is stuck in a karmic situation, stuck in the energetics that they've been stuck in for 30, 40, 50 years, and they are just who they are. Maybe you have a family member who's grumpy or angry all the time, and you're like, your life is great. You have money, you have a great car, you have a swimming pool in your backyard, but you are always acting like you are pissed off. Or who pissed in your Cheerios this morning? You've heard that phrase before, right? Somebody pissed in your Cheerios, right? So we are saying then, why people act that way? Because they are programmed and they have not cleared their programming. Whether or not their universe is amazing, right? They may have great kids and they may have a great job and whatnot. They have created great for them, but inside themselves, they still feel like garbage and they may take that out on you. Can you see that? That is not them. That is the programming that they have. Now, if you can point that out to them, if people know that they are programmed, right? We're going to state this carefully here. If you know that you had karmic parents, or that you are programmed by karmic family, or by negative nillies, or what have you, not millies, nillies, in your universe, right? You are realizing that you had programming that was not positive for you, or maybe your parents are still, you are running around with your parents as an older adult and they are like, money does not grow on trees, why are you buying that? Or whatever it is for you in your universe. Can you see that that is not you? That is them, and they are programmed. Place that programming upon you. You are the one who has to deal with that, but can you step past that and see that it is them who has created that? You are not the programming. You are the love that you have been looking for. The programming is that brokenness placed upon you, right? They can't see the universe in any other way. Are you in understanding? We want to bring in Mother Goddess Isis here. She is banging on the door, right? Dearies, we are talking about wounds, right? We are talking Mother Goddess Isis here. We are talking about childhood wounds and how we are dealing with them. We are not going to go too much longer as we have been going for an hour, but we want to tell you this much, dearies. If your parents, or maybe you were raised by your grandparents, were karmic or mean, realize that they were raised by their parents who we're talking about generational abuses and such now, right? But do realize things get passed on. It's up to you, like for Josh. No more. He stopped it at the end of the road, but because he has not been married nor had any children in any lifetime, not even in this one, but in any lifetime, he has ever walked planet Earth, has he ever had children, so he's not passing anything forward, right? He's never been married in any lifetime, nor has he had children, so it's easy for him to stop it, because when he passes away as well, his last name falls away. He's the end, the last branch of the entire family tree. So for him, it's easy. He is ending it because he is the end of the line. For you, remember, if you have children or a spouse, right? Are you passing that on? Are you passing generational traumas that have been placed to you, the traumas that have been placed in you by your karmic families, dudes? Are you passing that trauma on to others? Are you passing that on to your children? Can you slow down in yourself and see if you are acting karmic, or if you are placing trauma in your children? Are you are programming them to see maybe money is hard to receive, or life is hard, or friends are not easy to obtain, or whatever it is? Can you see that? Can you slow down and do so? We are asking that you break the karmic cycle, the generational abuse in your family. Those of you who are watching, you have the choice to pass that on. For Josh, he's not passing it on to anybody. There's nobody to pass it on to. So for him, he is the end of the line. But if you, dearies, are not the end of the line, can you pass that on? Can you pass on love? Can you pass on caring? Can you erase the karmic and leave it with yourself and let your family see the love and the peace? That is the question we are asking you today. I'm not going to be too much longer here. We have already gone an hour. So Mother Isis is grateful for you. And realize if you are acting in manners that are karmic, rude, what have you, of trauma, Slow down in your universe and see where that trauma might have been passed to you and that you are just assimilated energies and behaviors when you are neuroplastic up to age 7 that you are just repeating. Keep that in mind. We love you. We're going to get more into this. Remember, we do want to state one thing. How you are living now, dearies, it's based on how you chose at first to react to your loving or not loving living situation when you were age 8 and 9. When you came out of neuroplasticity and started creating on your own at age 8, right? You stopped just learning and you started to be and do. How did you react? Well, Josh, when he was 8 and 9, he lived with a stepbrother and 2 stepsisters and his Catholic stepmother. They were all very rude. They would beat on him and they would lie and break things and blame him. So Josh spent a lot of time living in his closet for a year. To hide out from karmic people, he spent in a closet. He would sleep in the closet. Where's Josh? They would ask, but they wouldn't even look. In the closet, hiding out. So what does Josh do? Now he is 51 years old. He's living alone in an apartment by himself. Are you seeing? So look at yourself from your age 8 and 9. Where are you? Have you? Fast forward to now. Just kind of recreated that in a sort of way. Most of you are still living in the reactions of age 8 and 9. Do keep that in mind. So if you can slow down, center yourself, and see how you are when you are age 8 and 9, you will see where you are now. And that could help to balance you out. See, for Josh, he realizes that hiding out was his coping mechanism, right? Climb into the closet. Nobody will mess with me. They never bothered to open the door, right? So you away from people who are rude and insolent and lying about him and whatnot, so he would hide out. What is he doing now at age 51? Kind of, but it's the same reaction. He's not realizing it, but he is. He woke up to that, right? That, oh wait, he created the same situation to protect himself for most of his life. Are you doing the same? Psychologically speaking, you probably are. That's what they would say. So can you look into that? Can you see that for yourself, dearie, and see if you are still in your mother or father trauma wounds? Slow down to take a look. We are going to end this from here, but releasing transmission. All right, so Saint Germain and Isis there. Are you living in your parents' in the trauma wounds? When I was 8 and 9, in order to escape my stepbrother and stepsisters from mauling me or lying about me or breaking something and causing me to get in trouble or whatever it was, getting me grounded, I would just sit in a closet. So I'm out of sight, out of mind, and they never bothered me. And so I sat there day in and day out. I would go to bed. They'd in the closet. I'd just climb into the closet and go to sleep. I would sit in the closet. I would skip meals and stay in the closet because it was easier than getting verbally assaulted. So, and that relates to my apartment and sitting here now at age 51. So it's the same deal to an extent. So can you see that, correlate that to your universe and see how you've carried those reactions? I don't know. All right, guys. It's been almost over an hour here, and we're going to seal this off. I'm going to grab the rose. Here we go. The rose quartz pillar, chub. Pillar would be higher. Chunk of rose quartz polished tip, really. And we're going to do some quick energetics just to heal it up and seal it. And we will end it for today. All right, guys. If you are wanting to be part of the energetics, of course, all you have to do is just hang out. That's your permission. All right, so we're using the rose quartz today as healing, and of course, it's weird how it goes backwards on the camera here. So I'm going this way, it's going this way, and if I'm going this way, it's going that way. Weird, but nonetheless, we'll figure this out. There we go. I can make bigger sweeps. Not used to doing this in the opposite way here. Usually we're vertical, right? There we go. So yeah, once I'm still working on manifesting money. That's my biggest thing. So once I manifest, and it's always been everyone's got a nemesis sort of energy, like something that they're like I'm not saying anti-karma by any stretch, but there's always something that you've been trying to accomplish that has been a little more kick in the teeth for you, however that is in your universe. For me, it's always having more money. It's just been that way. So I release it, and once I'm in my flow, and I know that. So once the flow, we'll subscribe to StreamYard. It's $44.99 a month, and then I can do. We won't be backwards anymore, ever. There we go. Right. All right, guys. You seal this off here, and perfect timing because we still haven't climbed up with the ladder, which is good. Because he's gonna have to rip out, I should say, most of the flooring, which is just 2x4 decks, like wooden deck. Individual wooden pieces. He's gonna have to rip all those up. Probably today. That's gonna get loud. All right, guys. Grateful for you all. Remember, everything you do creates your universe, and it's about releasing the traumas. Because if we're stuck in those traumas, our tense body gets real tense, right? The cells, and it's been proven, our cells tighten up. They don't vibrate as much. We don't bring in as much light. We're denser inside, and so releasing those traumas loosens us up. All right, I dropped out of high school and ran off to California with. Oh wow, Karen, there you go. Anybody we know? Any like famous guys? That's awesome, Karen. Going to school was the only way I see. We've all guys, exactly, Chloe. We've all had holy hell. That's I think part of what keeps us bonded together. What bonds us together is the hell that we've all been through. And so, in a lot of ways, I'm not seeing the hell that we're going through now, because we're all raising each other up. And I'm not in hell in any stretch. And I know that I'm never alone. I've got you guys. I've got Source. I've got myself. I've got my full family. We're never alone. But yeah, we've all. I don't know anybody. I don't think any of you guys have had it. It's grateful. It keeps us bonded together here. All right. Karen was out of there. Yeah, there you go. All right. Uplifting. All right. So thank you, everyone, for your gifts and talents. Thank you, Mary, because when Mary's here, we all win, right? That's the best name. When my mom came back home and I lived with her for 2 months, didn't even notice I was gone for. She didn't even notice I was gone for 9 months. She called and said, "Are you packing your things in your room?" I said, "No, I haven't." So yeah, Chloe. I can kind of relate. I was living in Florida and with my mom and in a roommate situation, a friend of hers, and she was living with a boyfriend on the other side. It was kind of crazy situation, but yeah, it was just like I just kind of up and left and didn't really say anything. It's like, all right, I'm out of here. Yeah, so I ended up living with my dad, but she didn't. She eventually did ship my stuff up to me, but yeah, kind of the same deal. Totally relate. Totally relate, guys. All right. So much love and favor to you all. May your day be amazing. Remember, everything you guys do creates your loving, living universe. And thank you. We can all, one more group hug here for everybody as we leave today. And we can all remember, know one thing. No matter what, we all love each other and we all got each other. And go. All right. Big group hug, guys. Bring it in. All right. Awesome. All right, guys. I love you all. I will. I think it's the longest good dunning. I will see you all in the next, which will be tomorrow. Probably on YouTube, so the cards will be backwards. What's new? But if you know how to fix that, send me an email. I've tried everything. There's a setting in there that everybody says to set that I found on the internet everywhere, and I set it, and it's still backwards. So, I don't know. I love you all. Grateful for you, and I will see you all tomorrow in the next. And grateful. And if you didn't get a chance to watch Laura last night, Laura B, it is up. The live is there, and as well on the community tab is the link to. It's like 2 hours, and trying to download. I tried to. It's easier to leave. Better leave the link up, honestly, right now. But yeah, so the link to the Zoom that I did with Blindly Inspired, that we did on Sunday night. The 5 elements. There we go. Learning the 5 elements. It's like going to class, right? She's got a whiteboard and everything. Is there? So I'm gonna take notes. I have copious. I took copious notes. Notes from Blindly Inspired there. So yeah, definitely check it out. Putting these things into practice definitely change your universe there. All right, guys. Stay awesome. I'm grateful for all of you sticking around. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna do more just me, more human. Ascension isn't always woo. It's up and down, and sometimes the holidays can bring you. You can just get into it. It's just what it is. Yeah. Unfortunately, we live on that. The greater source field in the holidays is like pressure to stay in your own frame. And there you go. 11:44. Wow. We can just hang out all day if you want. Love. Now you got that song stuck in my love. Love will keep us together. You have clear audio, audience like me. The moment you put a song title on love keeps us together. And I have the Captain and Tennille, it's a love will keep us together. Stuck in my head. Always, always. I will. All right. So now it's playing in my head. La 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 la. Right. Clear audience, fun stuff. The moment anybody gives you a song title, the whole song plays in your head like a jukebox. All right, guys. Sweet City Woman. Nice. You shifted the song. Sweet, sweet city woman. See, now it just shifts. Now the whole song playing in my head is Sweet City Woman. Thank you. I appreciate that. Karen Suki's shifting the jukebox in. Thank you. All right, guys. I love you all. Stay awesome. And I'm going to go film ISIS, and I will see you all in the next. Much love.